Check, check, check. Hey everybody, this is Matt Nobles with Fuller Digital Solutions. We are finally live here in Ottawa, Iowa for some Western Valley Conference volleyball action. Carryover from the tournament that happened this weekend. 4 teams left. They're battling it out for first in the Western Valley Conference tournament. Over in the other gym, we have River Valley playing OABCIG. River Valley won their pool, and they're playing OABCIG, which finished in second in their respective pool. And in this gym here, we will have Ridgeview, who finished first in their pool, taking on the second place finisher behind River Valley, the Westwood Rebels. Ridgeview will be the guest today, and Westwood will start as the home team. Gabby Mason to serve here for Ridgeview, starting us off here in set 1. Nice shot there, dug up, flipped over by Westwood, able to keep that point alive. Outside to Sydney Blackmore, it's going to sail long. Be a point for the Westwood Rebels. Roll shot by Luscombe. Sail long again. Another point for the Rebels. Dig there, tipped over by Whitmer. Swing in the middle is going to sail long. We're going to call a net violation on the Raptors. That'll be another point for Westwood. Roll shot by Blackmore is down for a point. Side out Ridgeview, 3-1. Lillian Whitmer heads back to serve. Ridgeview's been short a couple seniors the last couple weeks. Sydney Blackmore's back in the rotation as well as Lillian Whitmer. Good dig there by the Rebels. Roll shot. Just hits the tape, falls to the 4-point Rebels. Jump serve there, dug up by Ridgeview. Free ball coming for the Rebels. Free ball back the other way, hit into the net by Westwood, point Ridgeview. 4-2 early in set number 1. Chloe Murphy's going to check in, go back to serve. Dug up there by Williams. Back set. Lillian Whitmer, nice hustle there to try to get to that ball. Hopefully she's okay. Yep, comes out from underneath the bleachers. She's good. Back to serve for the Rebels. It's number 13, Brenna Johnson. Set close. Tough pass there for Lillian Whitmer. Can't get it off the net. 6-2 in favor of the Rebels. Whitmer, back set to Blackmore, pushes it to the corner, finds a spot. Vacated by the Rebel defense, point Ridgeview. Sydney Blackmore heads back to the service line. Blackmore with the serve, dug up by the the Rebels, excuse me. Rebels, trouble with that ball, point Ridgeview, 4-6. Early in set one. Dig by Williams. Dug up by Whitmer there. Westwood off the block. Free ball for the Rebels. Little miscommunication, point Ridgeview. Blackmore to serve again. Williams off the tips of her fingers. Game tied up at 6s. Blackmore back to Williams. She digs this one up. Right back to her. Off the block. Kept alive by Johnson. Other side blocked it in. Donica Crum and Gabby Mason. Double block there on the kill attempt by 15. Carly Tadlock. Point Ridgeview. Tough serve. There by Blackmore. Libero, Peyton Thompson. A little too hot to handle. Point for the Raptors. Dig by Williams. Set in the middle is off the block. Down for a kill there by number 17, Blair Deitsky. Back to serve. Number 1, Addison Lee. Dig there by the Raptors. Set over to Gabby Mason. Kept alive by Brennan Johnson. Down for a kill for Ridgeview. Good swing there by Gabby Mason. Back to serve, Kiara Luscombe. Back row attack by Brenna Johnson. Net by Donica Crum. Donica had a heck of a game against this same Rebels team last time they played in Holstein. Middle set, tip. Kept alive, just over the net there by Kiara Luscombe. Back to Gabby Mason, cross-court shot is down for a kill. Point Ridgeview, 11-8 here in set one. Donica Crum comes out. Leslie Avina back to serve for the Raptors. Outside set here to Williams. Tipped over. Covered by Avina. Back set to Blackmore. Brenna Johnson covers that. Tip. Knocked over. Swing blocked. Luscombe keeps that one alive. Outside to Gabby Mason. Big swing. Down for a kill. 12-8 in favor of Ridgeview. Avina serve. Dug up by Johnson. Double hit is going to be called there on the set attempt. Timeout going to be called. by the Westwood Rebels. We'll take 1-2. This is Fuller Digital Solutions coming to you live here in Ottawa, Iowa, Western Valley Conference volleyball action. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors. Welcome back here. Set number 1. Leslie Avina is going to remain at the line here for Ridgeview. Westwood's going to struggle with that serve. Another point for the Raptors. Tough pass. Gabby Mason is going to sail that swing attempt at the net. Out of bounds. Point for Westwood. Had a good chance there. Just failed it long. Back to serve here is Kate Grease for the Rebels. Serve into the net. Just rolls over. Gabby Mason with the swing. Miscommunication in the back row. That's down for a kill for the Raptors. Gabby Mason back to serve. Dug up, back set. Rebels can't get to that. And that's going to be a point Ridgeview. 16-9. It's going to sail long. Just out. Good court recognition there by the back row for the Rebels. 16-10 here in set 1. Back to serve is the libero, Peyton Thomas, number 11. Kiara Lofscombe. Can't handle that serve. Point for the Rebels. Sorry, I gave that to the wrong team. There we go. Free ball coming for the Rebels. Dug up by Thompson. Outside swing by Brenna Johnson. Big by Lofscombe. Whitmer tips it over. Back set by number 4, Carly Johnston. Too hot to handle for Deitsky, and that's going to be a point Ridgeview. Back to serve Lillian Whitmer. Roll shot down for a kill by number 13, Brenda Johnson. Point for the Rebels. Back to serve as a freshman, Carly Johnston, the setter for the Rebels. That's down for an ace. Last time I streamed in Holstein, Carly, really good looking setter as a freshman. She runs the offense very well for Westwood. Avina with the dig. Back row set. Swing into the net. Point Rebels. Westwood chipping away at the lead here. Timeout's going to be called by Coach Monica Brandhorst for the Raptors. We'll go ahead and take a quick 1-2. We'll be right back in 30 seconds.
I love working at BVRMC because I get to help people during some of their most difficult times. My coworkers and doctors help create a great working environment where we can do our best work every day. Nothing is more rewarding than helping a patient through surgery and helping them to live the most full and active life they can. Thank you, BVRMC patients, for putting your health in our hands and trusting us with your care. We are honored with this responsibility.
Welcome back here. Set number 1 coming to a close here shortly. Ridgeview holding on to a 17-14 lead. Johnston, tape shot, rolls over, down for a point for the Rebels. Ridgeview needs a side out here. Quick set to Blackmore. Smoked to the floor for a point for Ridgeview. Chloe Murphy enters to serve. Murphy's serve is dug up. Big swing. Off the ceiling. Free ball coming for the Rebels. Johnston pushes it outside to Johnson. Cross court. Sails wide. No touch is called. Point Ridgeview. Tape shot. Another one just catches the tape and rolls over for a point for Ridgeview. Ridgeview's first one to 20 in set number 1. Nice short serve, dug up by the Rebels. Tip. Nice spot there by the middle. Blair Deitsky for a point. Just finding a soft spot in that Raptor defense. Brenna Johnson heads back to serve. Lead is 4 for Ridgeview. Nice serve, dig by Blackmore. Nonica Crum, dug up by Williams. Back set to Tadlock, hit into the net, point Ridgeview. That sends Blackmore to serve. Williams tries to get that. Hits the antenna. So that's going to be a point for the Rebels. 21-17. Addison Lee heads back to serve, the senior defensive specialist for the Rebels. She's going to serve it into the net. Service error. Point Raptors. Yara Luscombe heads back to serve. Service error back the other way. Little mistakes like that you just can't have in these sort of situations. Got to take care of the ball. Number 5, Grace Lewis back to serve for the Rebels. Luscombe with the dig. Blackmore dug up by Johnson. Cover there by Ridgeview. Back row attack, roll shot, dug up by Johnston. Williams hits it to the middle. Rebels keep it alive. Outside to Gabby Mason, off the block. Dug up by Johnson. Williams tries one. Hits it into the net. That'll be a point Ridgeview, 23-18 in set 1. Leslie Avina heads back to serve. The libero for the Raptors. Dig there by Johnson, tipped over by Johnston. Outside to Gabby Mason, tipped the other way. Little miscommunication. Ball's going to fall right in front of a couple Rebels, and Ridgeview's going to have set point here in set number 1. Nice serve. To the back row. Lillian Whitmer, quick set. Dig by the Rebels. Poke deep. Whitmer tries a soft spot. Big swing. He's going to sail long, no touch. And that'll be Ridgeview's going to take set number 1, 25-18. We'll go ahead and take a 60-second break, throw it to our sponsors. We'll be right back here for Western Valley Conference Tournament volleyball action. This is Matt Nobles with Fuller Digital Solutions. We'll be right back.
It feels good to be part of a team. The commitment, trust, and loyalty you share. One thing all teams have in common, a team logo. So when you want to show off your team spirit, ask 360 Custom Designs to join your team. Embroidery, decorated apparel, and promotional products to show pride for your favorite sports team and your company team. 360 Custom Designs in downtown Cherokee and online at 360customdesigns.com.
A&A Food and Fuel in Holstein, a great place to consider stopping for lunch and supper every day. Teresa, let's talk some menu options.
We have the crispy crunchy chicken, Pablo's Pizza. We also have Tiefenthaler burgers and brats, soups. We'll have hot dogs, brats, Polish sausage. We also have the cappuccino machine, coffee. We've got the fountain drinks. We have milk, so we can set you up for just about whatever you want.
A&A Food in Holstein is the best place to eat.
All right, Westwood will start with the serve here in set number 2. Back to serve is the libero, number 11, Thompson. Big off the block. Number 13, Claire Wandry for a point for Ridgeview. That'll send Lillian Whitmer back to serve. That's going to sail long. Ridgeview and Westwood trade points here to start set number 2. Back to serve is Carly Johnston, the freshman. She's going to sail that long. Back and forth we go. Chloe Murphy into serve for Ridgeview. That's going to shank off the Westwood Rebels and be a point for the Raptors. Miscommunication there again on the Rebel side of the net, and that's going to be another point for Ridgeview. Chloe Murphy remains at the service line. Thompson with a dig. Johnston back set to Johnson. Nonica Crum tips it over at the net. Free ball coming for Ridgeview. Back set to Sydney Blackmore. Roll shot. Dug up by Dries. Big swing in the middle. Off the block. Ridgeview hustles for it. Can't get it over. Point for the Rebels. Tadlock checks in for Lewis. Brenna Johnson back to serve. Dig by Murphy. Outside to Crum. Crum sails that long. Off the basketball hoop, point for the Rebels. Ridgeview had struggled with getting that one back. That one's going to be over. Gabby Mason with the dig. Williams going to get it over the net. Whitmer to Luscombe. Nice swing there. Free ball coming. Outside to Blackmore. It's going to sail long. There's going to be a net violation. And a point for Ridgeview on the net touch. That'll send Blackmore back to serve. Service error, Ridgeview. Tied up at 5. Addison Lee's going to check in. She'll head back to serve. Number 18, Ashlyn Davis, in as well. Dig by Murphy. Back set to Luscombe. Luscombe. That sails long. Point Rebels. Lee remains at the service line for Westwood. Back row attack. Ridgeview struggling with their passing right now. Coach Monica Brandhorst for Ridgeview calls a timeout. We'll take a quick one too. 7-5 in favor of the Rebels here in set 2. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is Fuller Digital Solutions.
Is Iowa, and Avela Bank has called Iowa home since 1870. With 15 locations across the state, we're proud to be part of your community. Right now, you can open an Avela Bank Simply Free checking account for you or your business and get a new debit card immediately. We'll even buy your old bank's unused checks. Stop by or visit us online to see how we're making better banking available for you. Avela Bank. Member FDIC.
Welcome back here to Ottawa, Iowa. Western Valley Conference Tournament semifinal action finds the winner of Pool 1. Ridgeview Raptors taking on the second place team in Pool 2, the Westwood Rebels. Addison sails that one out of bounds. Nice timeout there by Monica Brandhorst to disrupt the rhythm there by the Rebels and get a side out. Luscombe back to serve. Big there by Johnson. Pushed over. Free ball. Roll shot by Luscombe. Tipped over. Outside to Mason. Mason off the block. Nice job there by Ashlyn Davis. That push shot is going to sail long. And we're tied up at 7. Williams, that was a really good idea to try to push it to that back corner while the Raptors were all sucked to the net. Roll shot by Williams. Into the net. Point Ridgeview. Whitmer and Donica Crum there on the block attempt. Luscombe serve just gets over. Hammers it at the net. Finds that far corner. Down for a kill. Ridgeview storms back the other way. Johnson that serve was dug up by Brenna Johnson. I don't know if that would have been in, but Gabby Mason tried it and just poked it behind the antenna. Nice tape serve there by Lewis. Ashlyn Davis with the tip. Crum. Put that by Ashlyn Davis. Ties this thing up at 9s. Really good timing there by Davis to block Crum. Luscombe. Whitmer. Crum. Cross court. Lewis digs it up. Davis sets it back into that corner. Ridgeview's got to push it over. Big swing by Williams. It's touched by Luscombe. Point for the Rebels. Grace Lewis remains at the service line. Dig by Blackmore. Shanked out of bounds. A serve by Lewis. Ridgeview struggling serve receive here. Kind of been a thing this year. Outside set to Gabby Mason. Roll shot. Dug up by the Rebels. Block at the net by Mason. And a lift is going to be called. Point Ridgeview. Claire Wandery's going to check in for Chloe Murphy. Leslie Avina heads back to the service line. Avina dug up by Johnson. Set to Ashlyn Davis. Off the block. Down for a kill. Westwood Rebels getting something rolling here. Kate Grease checks in. She'll head back to serve. Dig by Avina. Gabby Mason with the swing. Off the block. It's in anyways. Point Ridgeview. Gabby will head back to serve after the kill. Swing by Johnson is cross court. Lands in. Point for the Rebels. Thompson, the libero, Peyton Thompson, checks in to serve. Luscombe with back row attack. Big swing off the block. Dug up by Avina. Free ball. Another swing. Blair, Dykes down for a kill. 14-11. Just getting enough on that ball to get it to that back row. Thompson remains at the service line. Dig by Avina. Off the block. Down for a kill by Gabby Mason. Ridgeview's got to get their passing down. They're pulling Lillian Whitmer, the setter, way out away from the net, and it's just really hard to get in your offense when your setter's that far away from the net. Nice dig there by Grace Lewis. Johnston pokes it over, and that's going to be off the basketball hoop and a point for the Rebels. Ridgeview and Westwood trading points here. Carly Johnston heads back to serve. Avina with the dig. Outside to Luscombe. Luscombe dug up by Thompson. Brenna Johnson down for a kill. Rebels pushing their lead out to 4 here in set number 2. Dig by Avina. Quick set to Blackmore. Blackmore. Good attempt there by Thompson to try to keep that one up. Good swing there by Sydney. Chloe Murphy's going to check in. And she will head back to serve. Dug up by Thompson. Quick set. Pushed all the way back in the corner. Is going to sail long. No touch called. Ridgeview stringing a couple points here together. Grace Lewis with the dig. Back set to Brenna Johnson. Off the block is down for a point for the Westwood Rebels. She will head back to serve. Kaya Williams checks back in along with Tadlock. Like things are all over and done with in the other gym here. And that's going to be pushed out of bounds. Ridgeview with it. Tried to get that pass over. Kaya Williams tried to spike it at the net. And nothing doing. 15-17 here in set 2. Williams. Johnston way away from the net. Brenda Johnson roll shot. Lillian Whitmer outside to Gabby Mason. Pushes it deep. Tip. Another chance for Gabby Mason. Hits into the block. That's going to sail long. Point Ridgeview. Blackmore to serve. Dug up by Thompson. Brenna Johnson, back row attack. Lillian Whitmer, back set to Luscombe. Luscombe blocked out of bounds. I believe they're going to talk about this. It looked like it was blocked at the net and then went out of bounds, so it should be a touch. They're going to reverse that call and tie this thing up at 17s. Because Luscombe's swing went off of the Rebels and then went out of bounds, so it should have been a touch by the Rebels. Blackmore. Rebels push it over. Back set to Crum. It's going to be right on the back line. Point Ridgeview. Timeout's going to be called by Coach Richard Lamoureux, and we will be right back after a word from our sponsors. This is Fuller Digital Solutions and Western Valley Conference Tournament Volleyball.
When your hunger is flaring, the Backdraft in Holstein says bring it on. Kick things off with a spread of appetizers like wings, cheese balls, onion rings, or the famous armadillo eggs. For the kids, grab a grilled cheese, hot dog, or chicken strips. For the meat eaters, dig into their burgers, chicken sandwiches, pulled pork, steaks, or weekend prime rib special. Eating light? They have salads too. When your hunger is flaring, extinguish it at the Backdraft Bar and Grill in Holstein.
Welcome back here. Set number 2. Ridgeview holding a slim margin here, 18-17. Ridgeview took set number 1. Williams with the dig. Johnston set to blitz. Dykes is off the block and down for a kill. Tied up at 18s. Addison Lee, the senior, is going to check in and head back to serve for the Westwood Rebels. Trying to even this up at one set apiece. Lee, service error, out of bounds. Point Ridgeview. Kiara Luscombe back to serve. Dug up by Thompson. Back row attack by Brenna Johnston. Johnson, Gabby Mason. Big swing. Point Ridgeview. First to 20 in set number 2. Johnston outside to Kaya Williams. She pushes it way back into the corner. Almost a double there. Roll shot by Blackmore. Dug up by Tadlock. Ashlyn Davis with the kill. Good job there by Davis, seeing the block and hitting around it into that back corner. Grace Lewis now into serve. It's going to be a rotation violation called on Ridgeview. And that'll even this thing up at 20s. Oh, never mind. Took that back. Grace Lewis back to serve again. Big by Blackmore. Kept alive by Whitmer. Nonica Crum. Swing is dug by Lewis. Ashlyn Davis again into the block. Tipped over. Pushed to the back row. Cody Murphy was there. Luscombe didn't realize it. Touch by the Raptors. Tied up at 20s. Blackmore's serve receive. Sails to the back wall. And Rebels storm back to take a 21-20 lead. Coach Monica Brandhorst takes the timeout. We'll take one too. We'll be back in 30 after a word from our sponsor, C&B John Deere. We'll be right back. Ridgeview took set number 1. Here we sit in set number 2. Rebels hold a slim lead, 21-20. Looking to even this thing up at one set apiece. Big by Blackmore. Whitmer outside of Mason. Dug up by the Westwood. Roll shot. Knocked over by Ridgeview. Big swing by Williams. Kept alive by Johnston. Free ball. Quick into the offense. Nonica Crum finds a soft spot, and we're tied up at 21. Nice job there by Crum, seeing the block. Leslie Avina back to serve. Dig by Thompson. Johnston gets pulled way away from the net. Williams knocks it over. And that's going to be 4 hits. Point for the Rebels. Kate Dries in to serve. Kyle Williams out. Got to win by 2. Dries hits it over. Kiara Luscombe. Back set to Mason. Dug up by Grace Lewis. Johnston gets it to Davis. Outside to Mason. Pushes it to the back row. Brenna Johnson still down 23-21 in favor of the Rebels. Trees remains at the service line. Nice serve, dug up by Luscombe. Ashlyn Davis, big swing at the net. Just mistimed it a little bit. Swing right into the net. Gabby Mason heads back to serve. Be a good time to string some together here, Gabby. Big by Lewis. Johnston out to Brenna Johnson. Big swing. Ridgeview trying to keep it alive. Gets it over. Full shot. Nobody there for the tip. 24-22. Set point coming. Thompson in to serve. Line judge is going to call that on the line, and the Westwood Rebels will take set number 2, 25-22, and we'll head to set number 3. This set will be to 15 to see who will play. I think the River Valley Wolverines are right in front of me. I might as well just ask them to see who won that match. Hang on 1 minute. All right, I'm back. Yes, River Valley did take the other game against the OABCIG Falcons 2-0. So winner of this will take on the River Valley Wolverines here on this floor, and I believe the consolation will be played in the gym next door. So got about 2 minutes, so I'm going to take a 60-second break. This is Matt Nobles with Fuller Digital Solutions, and you're listening to Western Valley Conference Tournament Volleyball here in Ottawa, Iowa. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
You will like it here. Beautiful Cherokee County, Iowa, nestled in the Little Sioux River Valley in the heart of Northwest Iowa. People care and support each other and work together to help our communities, business, industrial, medical, educational, and agricultural opportunities thrive. Each season offers recreational activities, historical events, and cultural entertainment, making living here enjoyable. Come stay or play. Go to www.cherokeeia.com now.
Central Insure at Central Bank understands there's more to insurance than the policy. It's the people who matter most. Hi, this is Matt Kress at Central Insure. We strive to offer you the most appropriate and cost-effective policies to fit your needs. Whether it is your home, auto, life, health, business, or farm, our experienced agents are here to help you. Work with the people you trust. Call or stop by Central Insure today. We're committed to protecting what matters most to you.
Not a deposit, not FDIC insured, not insured by any other federal government agency, not guaranteed by the bank, may go down in value.
Apologize. We got a news station guy up here with a light that's reflecting onto the court, so we're trying to get him to turn off that light so we can start set number 3. I think he's live, so I don't know if he can turn that light off. All right, we're good to go. It's hard to get his attention. All right, Sydney Blackmore back to serve. Set number 3, first to 15. We'll go to play River Valley in the championship. Dig by Williams. Brenna Johnson still attempt. Dug up by Blackmore. Little miscommunication on that set. Big swing by Davis. Dug up by Whitmer. Blackmore sets it to Mason. Dug up by Williams. Johnson. Big. Swing by Luscombe. Kept alive by Lewis. Back and forth we go. Big swing by Mason. Into the block and down for a kill. Ridgeview on the board first. Service error. Ridgeview. Point for the Rebels. Davis exits. Thompson back to serve for the Westwood Rebels. Luscombe, roll shot, dug up by Thompson. That kill attempt is going to stay along there by Brenna Johnson. Be Ridgeview point. Kiara Luscombe back to serve. Williams with the dig. Set right at the net. Should be 4. They're going to call a redo on that point. Not sure why. Don't ask questions. Call the game. Brenna Johnson, roll shot, dug up by Luscombe. Whitmer to Nonica Crum. Kept alive by the Rebels. Pushed over. Brenna Johnson just trying to get it over the net and going to hit the net and be down for a point. 3-1. And coach, the Rebels head coach is going to call a quick timeout. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is Fuller Digital Solutions.
When you need a home away from home, you look for certain things. Now let's look at the checklist for the Cobblestone Inn and Suites on Highway 20 in Holstein. Friendly, knowledgeable staff? Check. Clean rooms with complimentary high-speed internet? Check. A charming outdoor patio perfect for gatherings large and small? Check. In fact, with a large meeting room, free continental breakfast, business center, relaxing lounge, and fitness center, all of the boxes are checked. So if you're in the area and want a relaxing stay like no other, call the Cobblestone Inn and Suites, 368-6200.
Welcome back here to Ottawa, Iowa, Western Valley Conference Tournament volleyball action. Semifinals and finals coming at you. River Valley was able to win their side. They're sitting waiting to get in the championship game here. Tipped over. Winner of this. Nice coverage there by Sydney Blackmore to keep that alive. Brenna Johnson into the block and down for a kill. 3-2 in favor of the Raptors. Back to serve, Carly Johnston for Westwood. First to 15, service error, back to Ridgeview. 4-2. Each team won a set. Ridgeview was able to take set number 1, 25-18. Rebels come firing back, 25-22. Here we sit in set 3. Dig by Williams. Johnston set to the middle. Blocked right back. Lillian Whitmer outside of Gabby Mason. Pushes it over. Mason with a swing off the block and down for a kill. Leslie Avina doing the service duty here for Ridgeview. Dig by Grace Lewis. Johnston back set to Brenna Johnson. Roll shot dug up by Avina. Back row attack by Blackmore. Just gets enough of it. A little bit of a knuckleball, but good enough for a point there by Blackmore. Avina remains at the service line. Dig by Williams. Grace Lewis with the tip. Back row. Blackmore. Really good court awareness. Finds that back corner. It was going to be in. Williams dives for it. Point Ridgeview. Thompson just stays off that ball. That was really close. I don't know if I could have held off of that one. Grace Lewis going to head out. Brenna Johnson back to serve. Rebels got to get some points here. That's a good start. A serve by Brenna Johnson. Right in front of the back row of the Raptors. That ball just took a nosedive. Tries another tape shot, and that's going to hit the net. And it'll be a point for Ridgeview. Gabby Mason heads back to serve, up 8-4. Johnson digs it up. Johnston to Deitsky. Just gets enough of that ball for a point. Rebels. Ashlyn Davis checks in for Thompson. Addison Lee heads back to serve. Blackmore, big swing, cross court, down for a kill. I think that serve was going to sail out of bounds. Blackmore took it, and she made sure to take care of it. Big swing, down for a kill. Lillian Whitmer to serve. Dig by Thompson, tries to poke over. 2 hits are going to be called there on Johnston, trying to poke that one over. 10-5 in favor of Ridgeview. Lillian Whitmer stays at the service line. Nice serve there, dug up by Thompson. Free ball coming. Johnson pushes it to the back row. Avina struggles with it. Blackmore tries a cross-court tip. Big attack by Williams. Blackmore with the roll shot. Free ball coming for Ridgeview. Luscombe. Hits into the block. The timing's just really not there for Ridgeview right now. Just not getting enough on some of those balls. And the blocks are there for the Westwood Rebels with a couple 6-footers at the net. Luscombe with the dig. And kept alive by Ridgeview. What a hustle play there. Williams hits into the block. Blackmore hits it over. Johnston having to cover a lot of ground. Quick set to Blackmore. Big swing to Williams. She digs it up. Tipped over. Blackmore calling for it again. Roll shot. Dug up by Grace Lewis. Outside of Kaya Williams. Tipped the other way. Covered by Whitmer. Blackmore sets it to the back row. Davis. Big swing. No touch. There's going to be a net violation called on Ridgeview to keep the point alive for the Rebels. Grace Lewis back to serve. Miscommunication in the back row. Down for an ace for the Rebels. Timeout, Monica Brandhorst. And the Ridgeview Raptors will take 1-2 back in 30.
Unbelievable amount of devastation. I've never seen anything like it.
We had a beautiful barn that was gone in 20 minutes.
Farm Bureau stepped up right away and said, hey, we got you and we'll be there for you.
We were taken care of. Now we could get on to repairing and rebuilding.
I tell everybody about Farm Bureau.
We're fortunate to say we have good coverage with good people doing it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Denise Van Dusen in Ida Grove at 712-364-2931.
Welcome back here to Ottawa, Iowa. Semifinals of the Western Valley Conference Volleyball Tournament. Winner of this game against Ridgeview and Westwood heads to the championship to take on the River Valley Wolverines right here on this court. We're in the third set, 1-15. Back to serve is Grace Lewis, each team with one set under their belt. Another ace served by Grace Lewis, and this is a 1-point game. Ridgeview just held a 10-5 lead about 2 seconds ago, and Rebels have fought their way back in this one, and they don't want to go away yet. Avina struggles with it. Sails out of bounds. This thing's tied up at 10s. Whitmer's having to cover a lot of ground on the floor. Serve receive continues to be a problem for the Ridgeview Raptors. Blackmore keeps that one up. Luscombe. Roll shot dug up by Thompson. Williams with the swing. That is going to be on the line and called in. Ridgeview point. Really nice spot for that tip by Blackmore. Chloe Murphy back to serve for Ridgeview. Dig by Lewis. Johnston outside to Kyle Williams. Big swing. Blocked. No communication. Johnson comes out of nowhere just to keep that ball alive. Blackmore, big swing. Down to the floor for a point. 12-10. Raptors. Timeout's going to be called by the Westwood Rebels. We'll take a quick 1-2 back in 30.
Introducing the robust workhorse from Holstein Manufacturing, the HFAB Ultra Tilt Bed Trailer.
Whether you are hauling heavy equipment or delivering precious cargo, our tilt bed trailers, ranging from 20 to 28 feet in length, are engineered with strength and designed to handle it with ease. Forget the hassles of ramps. They're built to tilt. Tilt bed trailers at Holstein Manufacturing.
Holstein Manufacturing.
And online at holsteinmfg.com.
Back to serve here. Chloe Murphy remains at the service line. Ridgeview trying to head to the championship match here. Take care of the Rebels here in set number 3. Nice serve there by Murphy. Ashlyn Davis, big swing into the ball. Is going to be down for a point for the Westwood Rebels. Kate Dries is going to check in for Kyle Williams. She'll head back to serve. A 1-point difference here between the Raptors and the Westwood Rebels. Each team holding one set apiece. Dig by Blackmore. Quick set to Whitmer. To Blackmore off the block. Is down for a kill. Nice communication there and finish there between Whitmer and Blackmore. Sydney served, dug up by Thompson. Back set to Ashlyn Davis, pushed over. Quickly into the offense, the Raptors. Nonica Crum with the tip, covered by Johnston. Brenna Johnson off the block. Outside to Gabby Mason, off the block and down. 14-11. Raptors need one more to head to the championship game here in Ottawa. Blackmore remains at the service line. That serve is in there for an ace. And that'll be it. Ridgeview is going to take this game and head to the championship against River Valley. I'm going to go ahead and I got to make a new link for you guys, and I will sign off of this one and make a new link for the Ridgeview and River Valley championship game. This is Matt Nobles with Fuller Digital Solutions signing off of this semifinal Western Valley Conference volleyball tournament game with Ridgeview edging out the Westwood Rebels 2-1, and they will head to the championship game. I will quickly sign out, make a new link, and then we'll be back here shortly. River Valley and everybody's got to warm up, so head over to the Ridgeview Raptor YouTube page. I'll try to post it on Facebook as well so people can get on. This is Matt Nobles with Fuller Digital Solutions signing out, and we'll be right back.